It was a new day for Beacon Academy. Combat class. Glinda. All right, students, we have a new professor here on Beacon. Let me introduce you all to John Rico, out new disciplinary instructor. Carden. Why should we need a disciplinary instructor? John. Did anyone ask you for your opinion, Mr. Winchester? Carden. No. John. Then shut your mouth. I am here to instill discipline. No one is given special treatment here. All of you are equal. Equally useless, that is. Student. Hey, you can't. John then stomps his foot as a loud clang can be heard. John, you will speak only when you are spoken to. You are here to learn, not backtalk. Do you get me? Student. Yes, sir. As he trembles. John, if you can't follow the rules, you fail. If you backtalk, you fail. If you try to raise your fist at me, you fail. Ruby, that's not fair. John, the world isn't fair, Miss Rose, and what did I say about backtalk? Ruby sat down and just whines. Young, you can't speak to her like that. John, I can speak when and how I want to, Miss Xiaolong. This isn't preschool, now sit down and shut up or it's detention for a week. Yang shuts up and sit them crossed her arms. Weiss, that's abuse of authority. John, do you really want to go there, Miss Schnee? Weiss, yes, sir. You're clearly using your power over us. John, ha 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 ha, that's rich coming from you and your team. Blake, what's that supposed to mean? John, as I said before, I'll use you four as an example. 101, what a huntsman shouldn't do. John, students, are you aware of the highway incident a couple of nights ago? Velvet, yes, sir. John, would you like to know more? Students, yes, sir. John, publicly the cause was Roman Torchwick, who was in a prototype paladin that caused so much damage, injuries, and loss of life that it was a complete disaster. Many students began to murmur. Kira, sir, why are we discussing this? I thought you said it's got something to do with what a huntsman shouldn't do. John, it is connected, Miss Nikos, please don't go ahead of me and interrupt the session. Kira, I'm sorry. John, what you don't know is the cause of the entire debacle was a huntsman team in training. Thinking they know better and decided to act without authorization from proper authorities, had important information, but did not divulge to those who could act within their position properly. And worst of all, execute half-baked plan that could have resulted in the deaths of innocent civilians. The class then rumbled with debates as Team RWBY began to panic. John, they can't be reprimanded due to politics and bullshit, but to do justice to those who's been harmed and killed. I will expose those who are responsible for this disaster. The ones responsible are Team RWBY along with One Sun Wukong and Neptune Vasilas from Haven Academy. The students' murmurs get louder. John, Miss Weiss, you abused your title and authority to get information from the CCT. Weiss just fidgets in her seat. John, Miss Rose, you lead this team, so your error in judgment is to be noted. Ruby just looked down as John saw Yang was getting ready to storm down to him. John, you're already in deep shit for the destruction of Junior's Bar Yang. Would you like to add more to that? She instantly stopped. John, Miss Belladonna, with her infinite wisdom, tried to bring Torchwick to a safer location by using the highway, nearly causing civilian deaths had not the mobile infantry lured it towards empty streets and to a vacant lot with a radius clear of residential. Sun Wukong and Blake Belladonna even used civilian cars as platforms to jump on, making the cars a target, and Neptune Vasilas opening fire in close proximity of civilians. Are you children intentionally trying to get innocent people killed? The four, including the two from Haven, all bowed their heads. John, you are huntsmen in training. Your purpose may be to kill Grimm, but your other purpose is to save lives. You are trained to think, not feel, act, not reflect. You are trained to kill. Now that is why you leave current problems to the professionals, because they have the experience to think more than 5 seconds in front of their face. Glinda, Mr. Rico, I think that's enough. You have made your point. John, if I hear any more vigilante acts in this academy, I will demand the immediate expulsion of the violators. Are we clear? Students, yes, sir. The day went on as Team RWBY was heavily looked down upon by the student body. Robyn found her way to John as he was met by the angry glare of his mother. Robyn, John, we have yet talked about your entire time away from home. John led her to his office. John *, where should I start? Robyn, let's begin at what happened to your eye. Jaune, it was an incident when we were testing the MK-I-powered suit. It was when we were engaged with a Deathstalker. My friend Elmadur nearly got killed when the stalker focused its attention towards her, and in my judgment I did my best to save her. The pincer went for my head and it destroyed my helmet. I was badly wounded as Elm carried me to safety and ordered a bombardment on the bug. And that's how I lost my eye. Robyn, saving your girlfriend? Jaune, yes, what? No. The day passes with mother and son catching up with current events. Meanwhile, aboard the Willow. Saffron, Tara, how's our CCT coming along? Tara, it's online and ready to broadcast. Saffron, okay, General's orders that we aren't allowed to connect to the other CCTs until he allows us to reveal ourselves. Tara, well, I guess since this is a newly founded city, we might have to increase the security seeing as white fan movement has been rampant all over Vale. Saffron, must be Taurus. Tara, so what are you wearing to tonight? Saffron blushed as she said. Saffron, not on an open channel, you dummy. Tara, ha 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 ha. I'll see you later tonight. I'll bring Adrian over to show him the Willow. Saffron, alright, see you soon. Meanwhile, Jaune was roaming around campus. As he passes the courtyard, he passes two students who hid from him. Mercury, who's that guy? Cinder, someone new and possibly a threat. I guess we need to be more careful.